working with their system to do payments and then having the course run through Experienceify. So I had some questions about that, but that was my win and that's why I'm here. So thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you. Welcome and congratulations. Very well done.
Thanks.
Looks like Mark's about to launch version 2 experience product, which is very, very awesome. Anyone else have any successes or wins to share real quick? I'm sure someone's got something. I know we've had a lot of great features roll out. For me, that's a huge success when I can get to my computer in the morning and the dev team has rolled some amazing feature that I can't wait to jump on the Facebook group and just tell you all about it. That to me is a win for the week.
Then I'll speak.
Who's that?
John Hook.
Hey, John, welcome.
I wasn't going to say anything because it's not gigantic, but I just thought, well, that doesn't make sense. When Laura showed us a couple weeks ago how to set up a more concise web page and get it going, she had said, well, if you don't get this all now, you can go back later and stop it. I spent a whole day stopping it. Stop, go, and it was successful. And I did it twice just to make sure I could do it. So I'm very pleased with that. Thank you very much for that, Laura. It's that's a nice confidence builder towards wanting to do the big stuff a little later on.
Yep. Congratulations that you were able to get back there and figure it out. And I think basically most things in life are figure outable. We just got to, pause the video at some point if we need to and be okay with that.
Yay. So glad to hear that. Thanks for sharing.
All right. So I guess let's move on over to the star of today's show, which is I wanted to demo the new post to Facebook feature, which I've been talking to people about. It feels like for 9 months now. It's literally, it's been gestating for 9 months in my head and in the dev team's queue. So finally it rolled out and I'm so excited to show you how all this works because I think it's a bit of a secret weapon when it comes to engagement and if you're using Facebook, that is. And a lot of people I know don't use Facebook for their communities and for their students. And if you don't, then that is perfectly fine. And we're going to be rolling out some in-house community stuff over the coming months that you're going to really, really like, and you'll want to probably move over from Facebook to having your community on Experienceify, hopefully, if we do it right. But that's another story for another time. So I'm going to introduce the post to Facebook feature and tell you all about that. And I'm going to share a few other things with you and also maybe do a bit of Q&A if there's some Q&A at the end. Sounds like there is. So always looking forward to that. And I'll share with you, if you're in EPM, we've got some discounted upgrade links if you wanted to stay with us after, well, now that EPM is finished, you had a trial account that is also coming to an end. That's ending next Monday. So got some really cool discount offers for you if you want to stay with us. And I'll share those links in the chat at the end so you can grab those if you are interested in staying with us and joining us on this journey of experientification and hyper engagement from students. Okay, so with that said, let me share my screen and we can get on with this show. Okay, cool. So I thought I would start out and just create a new Facebook group and just start literally from scratch for y'all. And just so you can see, maybe, I'm thinking maybe not everyone has a Facebook group for their students or for their community yet. So if you don't, I wanted to show you quickly the steps of how to get one, how to set, and then how to set it up with the post to Facebook feature. If that all sounds great to you, then I'm going to quickly go through the group creation setup, and then I'm going to get on to the next part. So if you want to set up a group, you want to go to your Facebook account, just like I've done here, and then click on groups in the sidebar. Then there's a button on the left which says create new group. And it's literally as easy as that. You click on create new group. And I'm going to call this one Murray's Awesome Course February 2021. Cool. Privacy, I don't care at this point because this is just for the purposes of today's demo. I invite friends, not going to invite anyone because it's just a test. So create, that's going to create the group. Okay, so now I've got a brand new Facebook group, and that was not too hard at all. I think you'll agree. So next step, we want to connect. First of all, we want to create the app. An app is basically the way that Experientify talks to Facebook. And it's the way that you give us permission to post on your Facebook group on your behalf. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to everybody. And I've managed to get the dev team to create this process to be as simple as possible. And my preferred way to do this would have been to create an app that you can just use without having to do any of this, what I'm about to show you. Because there's a few technical steps required. And my preference was to not put you through that. But unfortunately, with the easy way, quote unquote, the easy way, we would be posting in Facebook as Experientify, not as you personally. And I think we can all agree that if you're going to get the best out of this feature, we want to be posting as you personally, not as Experientify, because, you know, what's Experientify? So that's the reason why we're going through this small setup process of you creating your own app for this feature. Okay, so now I'm sitting in my Facebook group. Any questions so far, or is it all making a lot of sense? Give me a thumbs up in the video. Got lots of thumbs up. Great. Okay. So next, and if you want to follow along, I've got this article that's already written here in the Help Center. So if you're the person that wants to just speed ahead and follow the instructions and just get it done, then that I've just put into the chat there, the link straight to this article that I'm going to be following. Okay, so cool. So in case anyone is not clear about what this feature is all about, it just occurs to me that I didn't really introduce it. Basically, it's where you can make posts automatically from Experientify into your Facebook group when certain things happen for your students. So imagine making a post like this, or triggering a post like this to happen automatically once somebody joins one of your courses. Okay, imagine setting up posts for other things like congratulating students if they complete something hard, like if there's a particular training or a particular module or a particular part of your course that is really, really challenging, or you want to just congratulate them and acknowledge that they've done the work, then you can set up a trigger for that, or you can set up a trigger for if they hit one of the goals in your course. Remember, on your membership site, you've got goals 1, 2, and 3 at the top of the homepage. You can you can trigger once somebody hits one of those goals, and then you can congratulate them for hitting the goal of the course, for earning a certain amount of experience points, or even just for completing the entire done course. That is cause for celebration, I think. So the only limit is really your imagination for what you can do with this post to Facebook feature. And the cool thing is that I've set it up so you can create as many different versions of these posts as you like. So if you had this welcome to the course post, it's not just going to be the same post every time, which will make people disengage. It will make them think, oh, such and such course creator has this automated, and I'm not going to pay attention to these anymore. Okay. So you can actually set up as many different variations and just different styles and different wordings of these posts as you like. And then we'll actually cycle through them one by one. So each one looks like it was personally written by you. Okay. So that's the first thing I want to let you know. Second thing is, why should you do this in your Facebook group if you have a student community there? First of all, your students are going to feel amazing because you have personally recognized them for doing something awesome. Okay. So it's not very often that the course creator themselves is calling out, is recognizing their students in the Facebook group, right? So the student's going to get likes and comments from the community. And as a result, they're going to end up taking even more action, which leads to even more success. Okay. So I think that this virtuous cycle of praise and action and praise and that sort of thing, we all know that very well. You praise someone and they take even more action. And as more and more members or students have visible success, then your community is going to get more and more fired up. Does that make sense? So as people see other people having success, they'll be like, darn it, all these people are having success, so I can have success too. And that feeds the cycle and it leads to more success for everyone. The rising tide lifts all boats, as they say. And you end up with so many more successful students who become customers for life and buy everything that you create going forward. So those are the reasons why you might want to try out this feature. So come here, head back to this Facebook group. Okay, so first step in this process. Let me just, okay, turn it back here. All right. So first of all, we want to go, and you'll find this link in the article that I have in the chat there. You want to go to this page, which is developers.facebook.com/apps. So this is in the article that I linked. And I'll also put a link to it again. That's a link straight to it in the chat. You can go there. And right now I've got 2 different apps set up. I'm going to just delete this app. Okay. Cool. All right, back to apps. Cool. So first thing I'll do is hit the Create App button at the top right. If you see that, click it, and that's going to ask you what sort of app do you want. And you want to skip the first 3 options and choose the 4th one, which is More Options. Once you click that, click Continue, and then choose something else. Gets mysterious. Further down the rabbit hole we go. So click Continue. Once you've checked something else, continue. Okay, now we want to give your app a name. So this is going to show up in very, very small text underneath the post because the content that's created by apps needs to be labeled as such. So you want to, you can give it a fun, playful name. You can give it, you can call it the name of your course or the name of your business or the name of your school, whatever you want to show as the name of the app. So normally I'll just do awesome course. No, I'll just call it the name of my course. But feel free to do anything you want, okay? So let's just leave it as awesome course name. And you can leave this app contact email is going to be set to your email address, presumably. That's always been that way for me. So you leave it set that way, don't change that. And then just don't change this business account manager, just leave this to the way it is, okay? And once you've done that, then click the Create App button, okay? Now just click the I'm not a robot, submit that. And if your app developer page does not have a Create App button, that is something we can sort of debug with you offline later on. I can't debug this particular problem right now because I'm not sure exactly what might be causing that, unfortunately, Linda. Okay. So now we have our app created. You can see this app here is listed at the top. Awesome course name is the name of the app. And then it's got an ID at the top there. Okay, so now the next step, we've finished the first 2 steps. The first step was to create your group. The second step was to create the app. Now we have to just give the app some permissions to post into your group. Okay, scrolling down. All right, so we want to go to, I believe it's the Graph API Explorer. So I'm going to put the link directly into the chat here. Looks like Deanna asked, if you have multiple groups, can you use the same app name for the different groups? Yes, I believe you can. All right, so you want to go to the Graph API Explorer. I just found that in the Tools menu at the top. Also, I put the link into the chat for you as well. So now we're in the API Explorer, and this is the bit of the technical part. So just stay with me. I'll go slow, and once we're done with this, all we'll be done. Okay. Okay. So I'm just review my docs to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Okay. Click on user or page. All right. So make sure your app is chosen here in Facebook app. So it's got to say awesome course, whatever your app was called. Make sure it says that. And then in the second field here, user or page, click it and then choose get user access token. Okay. Cool. So click that. That's going to open up. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's opened up a little box above, like a second pop-up. And it's just asking me if I want to continue as me, as my own personal profile. So if it comes up for you, just click continue as your name. My button says continue as Murray. So I'm going to click it, and then now it's gone away, and now that's just refreshed here. So that's just refreshed, and it's given me some extra info. Okay. This is let me just drag this up and put this up here. So that's what my box just looked like when it popped up. Okay. So you'll get the same thing. Just click on that big blue button. Next, we're almost done. So 1 or 2 more steps and we're done, promise. Next, click on the add a permission drop list down here, add a permission, and then choose events, groups, pages. Okay, click on that, events, groups, pages, and then scroll down and then choose publish to groups. Okay, do you see that? Publish to groups. Once you click it, it's going to show publish to groups in green with a little X beside it. And that means we're about to add that new permission to the app, the permission to publish to your group. Okay, next, once you've done that, click on generate access token here at the top, this blue button, click that bad boy. And then you'll get another pop-up asking if you want to confirm that, basically Facebook will be asking you for permission for the app to post on your behalf. Okay, so I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to just share my, this is the pop-up that just showed. So basically it's showing awesome course name, the app would like to post content into groups on your behalf. Okay, so this is what you, when you click OK, then the app now can post on your behalf. All right, so I'm going to just go back to my original. Click OK. So I just clicked OK. And now you can see it's no longer in green, it's in black. That means it's been added to the app. And last step, I think. Okay. Okay, so now you want to go up to access token here at the top and click this copy button. Copy the token. That's going to copy this long, ugly looking string to your clipboard. Okay, so click it a few times. Make sure you got the thing copied to your clipboard. Okay, so now you want to go over to your Experienceify course. This is, you want to go and pick the course that you want to use the app. Okay, so right now I'm going to go down to the course that I had called Awesome Course Name. Awesome Course Name. This is the course that I wanted to post to my Facebook group from. Okay, so don't forget that the post to Facebook function is specific to one course. So you need to set up your posts from one course in particular. So if I go down here, you can see that in the Experience Engine, this is where you set up your post to Facebook options so that once people do things in the Awesome Course Name, then it's going to post to the correct group for you. Okay, so and it's going to be contextually accurate for that course. So you wouldn't want somebody in course X to be posting, you wouldn't want events happening in course X to post in the group for course Y. Okay, cool. So you want to, once you've gotten your token here, come back to to your course and then go down to advanced course settings, and then go to Facebook settings here, the fourth option. And then just right click and choose paste. That's going to put the token that we just copied from Facebook into your access token for that course. Okay, makes sense? Great. Next thing, let me see. We need to make sure we have the correct Facebook group ID, okay? Because this is how we know where to send the message, okay? So let me just click back to, okay, Murray's Awesome Course, Feb. So this is the group that I just set up. Come up here to the URL and you'll see a number here in the top. So it says groups / and a number. Now, if you don't see that number on your group, don't freak out. I'll show you how to find it in just a sec, okay? So if you do see a number, just double click it and it's going to select in the top, it's going to select the text in blue. Just right click and choose copy. That's going to copy the number. Don't try and memorize it. Don't try and sort of just write it down and then retype it. Don't do any of that. Just make sure you copy it to your clipboard because 100% you'll get it wrong if you try to retype it, okay? So right click onto Facebook group ID, choose paste. And then now you've got your Facebook group ID. You're good to go. But Murray, what if my Facebook group doesn't have the ID number? Well, simple fix. There is a site. There is a site for everything, is there not? Let me just grab the chat. So this is the site that I just went to. lookup-id.com. And if you have a group, say for example, like Experienceify, that does not have a number attached to it. This is because I renamed the group and I grabbed this vanity URL for Experienceify, the software. Okay, so that's why I happen to have this particular kind of URL for my group. I upgraded to a vanity URL. So if you have that, just go and grab your entire URL like this, copy it to clipboard, and then go back to lookup-id.com and paste it into here. So this is a website that's going to give you the ID to use. Okay, it's going to look up your ID for you. Click lookup, and then boom, you've got an ID number. Okay, so go and select that, choose copy, and then come back to your course, and then paste it into group ID. Okay, is that simple enough so far? Okay, so now we are set up, we're ready to go with the Facebook app. All settings are in place. Let me check my doc to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay, it seems like I have not. Now, finally, we need to set up the first experience to use this function. Okay, so let's go back to step 5, add the secret sauce, and just scroll past celebrations till you see experience engine. Okay. And you should probably have at least this one experience here that you have in your course, because we set this up for you automatically when you create a new course. This is the when user added to the course, okay? You might have other ones as well. That's cool. But for now, let us just test using the when user added to the course, okay? So this is, let me just delete this one because I was testing earlier. Okay, so this usually just has an email in it, okay? So this is basically your welcome email. Welcome to the course. Welcome. I'm just gonna just put in some, okay, cool. So normally your welcome experience will just have an email. It might have a text message, but that's usually all it has, okay? So now we're going to add the post to Facebook function to the welcome experience here. So to do that, just click on post to Facebook group, and then click on add your first post. Okay, that's it. So click on add your first post. Okay. Just give me 1 sec. I'm sorry. I've just got to take care of one thing real quick for folks who are on the launch plan, who might not see the post to Facebook option. Packages. Launch. Post to Facebook. And okay. So if you're in the launch plan, odds are when you just when you just tried to add a action, it had this action not available, or it was in a different section that was not clickable. So if you refresh your page, it should now be accessible to you. Okay. So click on post to Facebook group, and this is going to ask you to set up your first Facebook group message. Okay. So this is where you want to set up the message that I showed you, just the sample that I showed you here, which is the welcome message for your student once they join the group. So you could say something like, hey, everybody. And I also like to use, just a personal thing, I like to use emojis in stuff that I do in Facebook, because it's just a little bit of fun, a little bit of visual excitement. And I just kind of like it. I'm a geek that way. So, hey, everybody. And I'm going to put a little wave in there. Could you join, oops, welcoming first name to our typing, Murray, gosh, awesome course name community. I'm going to grab another emoji here. So pleased to see you, and no, look, I could go on for days, but so pleased to see you, and can't wait to see what the success you have. Okay, great. So now that's the message done. That's going to go to Facebook. Next thing you want to do is upload an image for your post that's going to show like that. So what I usually do is go to a website called pexels.com. Also, Unsplash is a good one for free images. These are all free images that you can search through and use without having to credit anybody, without having to pay anybody, anything. So I just go to type in, that's exactly how I found this image. I just typed in welcome, and then you can just pick something that's like kind of on brand for you in your group, in your community. So let's just maybe choose this one here. Welcome, maybe not. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. All right, I'm going to just choose the one that I was, welcome to our home. Okay, that'll do. Boom. So I'm just going to download that. You click on download, you get the image. Once you get the image, just go back to your course and then just click this plus sign at the top right of the placeholder. That's going to open up a little file selector and date modified. Okay, great. Boom. Cool. Welcome to our home. And that is cool. It's added. So now I've got this post to Facebook. So I'm going to open that up once more, and you'll see that it's got another button which says add new Facebook post. This is where you set up your different variations of the posts. Okay, so you go to Facebook group like post number 1, then you can maybe copy that and then just you can just kind of take a template and then just copy paste, but didn't make sort of strategic changes and add words and emojis, just make it look different. So we're going to not use the same one as people join. We're going to just cycle through them so they all look like they've been posted personally by you. So let's just go and grab another one here. So you want to get a different image, of course. Hello with cupcake. That's on brand for me. Okay. Hello. Oh, wrong one. Okay, cool. Hello. Okay, and then that's done. Update. So now we have 2 Facebook posts. You can add as many as you want. I recommend adding, say, 5 to 10. If you have a lot of people joining, if you have a lot of activity, you don't want them to all look the same. And one last thing, don't misuse this. Don't use it so that it is putting posts in every 5 minutes, because you'll find ways to post for different things, and they can easily add up to many posts per hour, and that can get tedious. Okay, so really use these strategically to have the biggest impact on students and the community. Okay, so think about what's going to have the biggest impact, what's going to be the best surprise and delight. It should be a surprise and delight kind of moment. It shouldn't be just something that, oh, such and such just hit play on this training. It's not a good Facebook post. Okay, cool. So added to course, good. So this experience is now set up with an email and a post to Facebook. So now I'm going to test this before your very eyes, and we're going to look to see what happens in the Facebook group. Hopefully, if all has gone well, and I can't promise that it will, because this is a new feature and anything could have happened between when we rolled it out and today. We'll see. Live without a safety net. Okay, I'm going to just add a test student. And when I add my test students, here's a best practice for you. And this is going to serve you well as you test technology going forward. If you have any modern email account, they will give you a way to generate unique brand new email addresses based on your email address, simply by using the plus sign. And what I usually do when I test new features, I will invent or create a brand new email address for myself every time I do so that I know that this is the first time an email address has ever been used. Okay, so that's helpful to me to know that. So what I usually do is put Murray plus, and then I put today's date, Feb 23, and then the rest of my email address, Murray plus 23, and the plus 23 is actually ignored by Gmail. It's actually ignored by most email systems if you put a plus and then something else after it. So you can put as much as you want after it, and it's going to be ignored by the email server. So that's what I do to create unique email addresses for myself. Okay. So scroll down and find awesome course name. Got to alphabetize these, don't we? All right, I guess not everyone's got 42 courses like we do. All right, so I'm in the add new student dialog. I put in my own test record. And I'm going to just put a cap. And then I've chosen the course to add myself to. And then you want to make sure that you have this set to on. This is the automation that you need to run to trigger the welcome email and to trigger the post to Facebook option. We set this to default off because sometimes if you're adding students manually, you don't want them to get the welcome email. Okay, so we just allow you to turn it on for yourself. That's opting the student in for the welcome email and for whatever else is in that student welcome experience. Okay, so now if I add new student, crossing my fingers here. Can you feel it? Tension here? Let's see if this worked. If it didn't, oh yeah, boom. Okay. Hey everybody, could you join me welcoming Murray to our awesome course name community? And I misspelled course. Thank you for everybody for not pointing that out. So pleased to see you. Can't wait to see the success you have. So you would have join our Facebook group as one of your pre-actions for your course. Remember the pre-actions? We always set them up so that Experienceify it, awesome course name. So you always want to set them up so that you tell people to join the Facebook group as a pre-action here. I don't actually have any pre-actions here, but that's one of the things you should get them to do before they dive into the content. And once they do, guess what? They're going to see this post waiting for them when they join, and they're going to feel fantastic about, holy cow, look at all these people. I've just been welcomed personally by the course creator, and look at all these people who are welcoming me to the community as well. And that is just an amazing experience for many people. I mean, it's like just the proverbial walking into the room and everyone going, surprise. I guess not everyone likes that. But it's a nice gesture, and it's a surprise and delight moment. So, and you can see here, that's where it displays the name of the app. Okay, can you see that? It's got the awesome course name. That is where it displays. So you want it to be something that makes sense, and makes things look relevant. So this one, you can tell it's something to do with the awesome course name. So that's why it makes sense. Okay. Woo, welcome. Okay, so that is the post to Facebook feature. And I feel like it was fairly simple to set up, but I'm a tech guy, so I don't really know. Can you tell me if it felt easy and simple-ish for you all? Go ahead and unmute and let me know whether that was all good. And
Murray,
yeah,
how did it know that it should be a welcome to the student and not like you finished session 5?
okay.
Like, how does it know that it's for that particular kind of an action?
Okay, do I get the right? Cool. All right, so let me share my screen again. Go back to my course here. So I'm in awesome course name. And you scroll down to add the secret source, step 5. And if I go into, if I come down to the experience engine, you can see that the words that we have in the large text here in this section, when user added to the course, that's how you know what kind of experience it is. So if you want to edit that, you can click on change how this experience starts and stops. So click on that button, then it's going to give you the config details of the experience. So student welcome. And you can see here the starting trigger. So this is what starts the experience running. So the starting trigger is added to course. So once a student is added to the course by any method, whether it's through the order form, whether it's manually put in by you, it's going to trigger that experience. And that's really all you need to worry about is what does this starting condition say? What's the trigger here? It's added to course. So if you wanted to set up a post to Facebook once somebody finishes the course, okay? So you want to come up here to create new and then choose create from scratch. And then choose the starting trigger to be course completed. Course completed, and that's it. Add. So you can see the large text says, if user completes this course. Now you can set up whatever you want, emails, SMSs, post to Facebook group. Does that seem fairly simple?
That's easy. That's really straightforward. You were saying that you could be having different, like a different message for each person who comes in. Does it just scroll automatically through, or does that have to be set up somehow?
No, you can just add in all of the variations of the message that you want to use here, and then it will cycle through. It'll use number 1, and then it'll cycle through one at a time, through them one by one.
Okay.
So if you have 10 variants, it'll go through each of the 10, and then it will cycle back to number 1.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I heard somebody else a second ago.
Marie?
Hey. Go ahead, whoever has a question.
Marie, it's Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Hi. Yes, I was really challenged with trying to do it the other day, and I think it's a Facebook issue. Your support people got back to me and said it has something to do with my the generated access token. It kept expiring, even though every time I saw the message come up, I kept clicking on it, and it just wasn't taking. And then all of a sudden, Facebook is telling me I need to connect my page with business and put it up for review and all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking I need to, at this point, because I've had that group for a long time, I'm going to create a new friggin' group, start over again.
Okay.
With a new group.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, give that a try and see if it addresses the problem. I know that sometimes you need to extend the token, but if I find out that that's a recurring issue for folks, then I'll extend my documentation on how to get the token extended, because you can actually have it extended by 3 months. And then I'm not exactly sure the mechanics behind having to re-extend it each time, whether they make you do that or whether it's just an automatic thing. But let me get back to you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Murray, this is Sharon Birch. I have a question.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi. So I have 2 Facebook groups I'll be using, but I have many courses, like 10, 15 courses. I want all of them to be announcing these things, having these experiences announced in one group, except for one course goes to the other group.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, with this group that'll have multiple courses announced in, will I need an app, separate app for each course?
I don't believe so. This is brand new for all of us, this
Yeah.
feature. So I believe that all you need to do is have one app, and then make sure that you have the right group ID in here, and that will direct the post to the correct group, and the token doesn't change because you're using the same app.
Okay, and so it will, what I have in Experienceify then will be what makes the announcements different for each course, because I'll write different sample posts in each course.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. So we're in Awesome Course Name here.
Yeah.
Now, if I go to post to Facebook group, then you can actually, so you can see I've written Awesome Course Name.
Uh-huh.
So all of the posts here in the experience are specific to the course that you're in right now. So you go to a different course, it's not going to have any of these. You'll have to set up this post to Facebook group in your experience.
Yeah. Gotcha. So that's where the customization comes in. Okay.
So I recommend having setting up some Google Doc with some templates that you can just copy paste from, maybe.
Yeah, great. While I have you, I want to thank you for making that feature in the course modules where we can copy them and move them to other courses. And oh my gosh, that saves so much. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. If anyone is interested in knowing what Sharon's talking about, it's this modules. You can copy or move modules to different courses within your account now. So you can just move a module, copy module to a whole other course. Or if you go into a training, you can actually look at all these options. You can actually copy or move the training, to a module within the same course, or you can copy or move the training to a module in a different course. Cool. So I hope that helps a bunch of people, because it only took us about 140 hours to do.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to use it a ton. I'm sure other people will too.
I'm gonna be straight up here. If I'd known it was going to take that long, I would probably not have done it. So I have to teach the dev team to give me better estimates. Cool. So let me see. Any other questions here?
This is Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Hi. First of all, this is really awesome. I do have one question. I came in like about 4 minutes after, and you were already on a roll. So the question I have, and it may be answered in your help, is does it matter in the Facebook group whether it's a private group or a public group?
All right. Let me give it a quick test. Let me make my group private. Okay. Group settings. I don't think so, because you've given it permission in the app and given your password and clicked a button and signed an affidavit and other things. All right. So now this group is okay. It's not done immediately. It's actually going to schedule it. All right. So I don't believe so, because you give the app explicit permission to post.
Okay. Yeah, this is great. And also I always learn like 2 or 3 or 4 other tidbits. So you always throw some stuff in that's helpful to me for other things. So thank you very much. This is great. I appreciate it.
Cool. Any other questions about post to Facebook before we?
Yeah, Maureen, this is Gayatri here.
Hi.
Do you have any plans to do triggers like when lessons are released or when replays are added to the course, it can post to the Facebook group?
We already have when lessons are released. You can see content, training released, module released.
Awesome.
I believe that's what you're
Is
asking
there a
about.
replay?
The replay, don't have that one yet.
Okay.
But somebody asked on the Facebook group today for you see training, training released, and you've got to choose a training to trigger on. Somebody asked, can we have like, can it just be any training?
Yes, that's.
And I'm like, I just had one of those kind of duh moments of like, yeah, obviously I should have put that one in too.
That's true.
But you know, when you're moving so fast and trying to get a lot done, you just sometimes miss the obvious. So,
totally. Yeah. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Hey, Murray, I put my question in the chat. It's Mark. How are you? Just question is, can we personalize by name of the user? Can we call them out, tag them, so to speak, in those posts?
You can't tag them because you don't know if they're in the group yet, because if you set it up as maybe a student welcome experience like I did here, they're not going to be in the group by the time you post it, but you certainly can call them out by name. That's why we have the tokens.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. All right, so I think we've run to the end of the questions for post to Facebook. So I'm happy to take any different other questions on different topics if you have any, or I can talk about what's coming up soon on the roadmap or anything else you like. We've got another 12 minutes or so. And
I always like to know what's coming up new. What you got going? What you got cooking?
I like how you say that. So I had a call with my favorite credit card processing company today, Neil Alcala from DirectPay, and we've had a relationship with them for I think, gosh, 8 years now. We've been processing our credit card payments through them. We don't use Stripe. We don't use any other platform, PayPal, or anything like that, usually because the fees are pretty high. It's like close to 3%. We get much better rates from Neil. So I've just been on the phone with him and his team today, negotiating a some sort of relationship where I can introduce Experienceify people, my peeps, people who are using Experienceify, and getting you a much better rate on credit card transactions. So I don't know exactly what the rate will be, but it'll be a damn sight lower than 2.9% that you currently get on PayPal and Stripe. So we'll also build.
Wow.
We'll also be building in the 3D processing for MasterCard and Visa, so that if you have any people that you can turn it on or off, so you'll be able to make people go through the extra verification step with their bank to say, yes, I approve the transaction, which really does protect you 100% when it comes to chargeback. So if somebody charges back, then you can, if they've done the 3D verification, then that's pretty like, yeah, there's no way they can charge that back because they actually verified it with their bank. So it's huge protection for you. So I have that in the works. That was, I'll have more info on that next week, probably. The two big things we have coming in the pipeline, which are really exciting, are page building. So we're going to give you the ability to build your own pages for your, where are we? Let me show you this. Where did my, okay. You'll be able to, when you go to customize your course pages here, step 4, you'll be able to actually, there'll be a button here to create new page. So you can actually create your own page. If you want a resources page, or you want a tools page, or you want a bonuses page that has a layout in a certain way, or if you wanted to customize any of these pages so the layout's in a certain way, we'll have a page builder that you can use to create the layout that you want. So that's very exciting. You'll also be able to build pieces of funnels as well. So opt-in pages, sales pages, value delivery pages, so people can put in their email address and hit the submit button. It goes to us, to the CRM here in the students thing, and then it will deliver them the freebie or whatever it is you want to give them. So we have that coming. Not exactly sure. It's going to be probably a 2-month implementation cycle on the page builder, because that's a significant piece of technology. I'm not sure if you have seen this one. Let me see. If you're using the Experienceify order form, I'm not sure who is here. Can you let me know? Let me show a hand if you're using our order form. Okay, a couple of people, maybe half, maybe a little over half. You can see here what it looks like. This is our order form. Boom, cool. So we've implemented in the last couple of weeks, and this is already in here for the growth plan. This is not available on the launch plan, but I want to mention it for those on the growth plan. The order form abandonment trigger. So you can actually set up, choose playbook, category, orders, order form abandoned, choose this. So we have this this trigger here, which is order form abandoned, and then you can set whether it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours, 1 day. So basically, if somebody puts their name and email address into your order form, but then does not put in their payment details and closes the tab, or just gets cold feet, walks away, doesn't pull the trigger on purchasing, then this trigger will send them emails, send them whatever communication you want to get them back. So you can send a message, like I've got this this playbook that I just showed you. Order form abandoned, order form abandoned. These playbooks come with pre-written emails that you can customize and use. So here's a pre-written email. So it says, got questions, we have answers, just want to check in, see if everything's okay. I noticed you almost signed up for course name, but something stopped you. Was there a question or a concern, whatever you need, just, and then you can customize the email. Okay. So just customize it to your liking. And then you have to actually come here and then like enable the experience. So you have to turn it on for it to work. Okay. Once you've customized the emails, but once you have it on, then that's going to automatically reach out to people who do not purchase the product for whatever reason. And believe me, it's going to be anywhere from 30 to 70% of the people who land on your order form. Like order forms have very low conversion, very low. It's like less than 10% if you have a great order form. Most order forms are like less than 5% of people that land on it and think, I think I want to just reflect on this for a second or a day, or just never come back. So the more you can have a way to help people through that moment of questioning, that moment of questioning whether they can do it, whether they have the ability to do it, or whether this is for them, or whether, you can, whatever questions or concerns usually come up for your students or for your prospects as you sell to them, you can address them in this campaign and get them to come back. And also you can use our discount coupons as well. So you can give them a coupon to come back and get, like, if you think that would help get your people back, you could give them a coupon to get 10% off or 20% off or something like that. So a lot of e-commerce sites do this, and for very good reason, that it works to save a lot of the purchases that you never see usually. It really does take a lot of the money off the table. So I'm not sure whether anyone here on the call has seen that feature. This is one thing about it our community that I kind of, that frustrates me a little bit. We roll out so much good stuff that I don't have time to really tell people about what we're releasing before we release the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So a lot of cool stuff that you haven't even seen. So then the other thing in the pipeline would be community. So this is something that people have been asking for a long, long, long time. And we are starting with simple, like a comment threads, threaded comments underneath the trainings with little like buttons, and it's going to have emojis and threaded comments, and those will all kind of bubble up into a centralized inbox for you. So you can see what comments have been left on any training in any course, as well as text message responses. Okay, so this inbox has got text message responses and also comments. So you can see here that you can see Robert commented on rocket fuel and start with you. So this is the training and this is the course. And then this is the comment here. And then you can actually just do a one-click or like a very, very quick reply post. And then that's going to, be boom, it's going to close up, and then you can go to the next thing, reply. And this system allows you to very quickly go reply, and take care of everyone who's messaged you or has left a comment. And your work is done in just a few minutes. You don't have to go trawling through all of the trainings to see whether there are new comments. We have that's the first phase of community as well. That's rolling out in March. It's going to have badges too. Once we figure out what the badges look and function like, it's going to have badges too. So you can award people badges for certain things. So that's an important part of gamification. People love badges. And also there's the two-way SMS system. So if you want, you can rent an SMS number from us for $99 a year. And that gives you two-way communication capability. So that if you are capturing their phone number on the order form, then you can use the Experience Engine to send them SMSs as part of their course experience. So you can actually send them like messages to their phone. And then if they reply, if you have a two-way number from us, if they reply, it's going to end up in the inbox here. So you can see when people respond. Okay. So those are the big things that we have coming up in the next 2 months. And those are huge. I'm not sure we'll have time for much else, but those are the big features that people have been asking for.
And be sure and grab your affiliate links now while all this stuff is rolling out, because your friends are going to be like, how did you do that?
Yeah, nicely said. It's your affiliate link is available in the bottom. Oops, got the wrong screen. Okay. You can get your affiliate link here in, you can go to any course and then click down here to step 6, promote, get the word out, and then you will see your affiliate link there at the bottom. Okay, so just copy a link, and then whenever you talk about or communicate with someone, if you want to tell them about what you're doing with us, then you can just include that link, and we'll pay 30% commission on any referral fee or on any referral, so that if someone joins, then they're paying us money, we'll pay you 30% of what they pay us. Okay. Cool. Thanks for mentioning that.
Murray, could I ask you a question?
Sure, dude. Shoot.
I am wondering with the affiliate thing, is there a plan at any point to have it so that I could offer that to my students if they refer another student to me?
Yep, there is plans.
Hooray.
Yeah, I've already got it sort of specified in the bug tracker for the team. So I've been working on that, but it's going to be behind the page building and the community at this point.
Good stuff.
Murray, this is Sharon. I have a couple more questions.
Mm-hmm.
One is on that commenting feature that you just showed us. Is there also at some point going to be a feature where the students can see each other's comments?
Oh, that's, yeah, that's, let me show you the, let me show you this. Yet more screen sharing here. Just waiting for my sketch file to open. Sketch, come on. Okay. Okay, this is going to be, let me just narrow that down. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. So this is where the magic happens, people. This is my sketch file where, you know, I plan how the features are going to look. So you can see, oops, crikey. You can see here, this is the training page. So that's probably familiar to you, training resources, training notes, actions. And then underneath that, we've got, this is what the commenting looks like. So you can
That's
see,
great.
you can see people who have left comments underneath the training. So you can see, you know, Homie's left his comment here, like comment, you can see how many comments are in there. Cool, you can, if there's more, you can see more.
That's
if someone likes it,
wonderful.
you'll see their profile picture and then liked by the person. And then if there's more than one like, it'll show the pictures. And then here's what the comments look like. So these are threaded comments underneath the main comment, so people can actually talk to each other in the threads.
That's amazing. Thank you.
All right, and then right at the bottom is like where you leave your own thoughts if you want to put your own comment underneath the training.
Cool.
Okay.
Great. And my
Mommy,
other
can we
question.
do video with it?
So go ahead.
I was just going to say, my other question was the stock photos that you have in Experienceify for us to use, you know, the little, not photos, but the art, the graphic images that they're all in different places that we can replace if we want to. Are those, are we able to just keep those in and use them if we want to? Like, we have permission to use those, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me show you where I got them from, and then you can go and find your own. All right.
I love the style of the art, and that's why I was wondering how free are we to use those?
Very free, as in you can use them for whatever you want. So
great.
I just put a link into the chat there. It's a site called FreePic, pick with a K.com, and they do lots of free vectors. So that's just my starting link for that site. So you want to just go and search in there, and then they give you lots of different images. And this is literally where I got everything from. So you might recognize some of these.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. That's a huge bonus. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right. I feel like we are past time. So unless there's any other questions.
Marie?
Hi.
You said you were going to give people a link to a special offer. I got pinged about that.
Oh, cool. Any EPMers here who are wondering about whether we have any special deals on continuing with Experienceify, because we would obviously love for you to continue with us. If you've been having a fun time on the platform as part of EPM, you'll know that your extended trial is going to be expiring on Monday of next week. So what we've done is we've put together some very, very deep discounts for you to thank you for being part of our trial, part of EPM, and to give you a great reason to stay with us for the next year or two. And hopefully after today's little open office hours and you've seen everything we're working on, you want to stay with us because we are having such a ball creating the software for you. So we've got, let me see, let me get my links here. I've got 2 options available for you. One is a 2-year plan where you get 60% discount if you pay for a 2-year plan in advance, and it's actually more than 60% if you, for reasons. And then the other one is a 1-year plan, and just the prices are insane. I'm trying to find my links now. So let me just grab, here they are. Grab these links and I'll put them into the chat. Let me know if you have any questions about these. But these links will be available to you until Saturday at midnight, at which point the discounts will go away. So going to have a few more emails going out to EPMers about this on Thursday and on Saturday, just to encourage you to take advantage of this if you want to get Experienceify at a steal. And hell, if anyone else here is on this call who's not EPM who wants to take advantage of this, go ahead. I don't mind. I would love to. Basically, it gives me a great reason to spend even more money on development when I get lots of annual and 2-year prepayments. I'm going to be honest. That to me signals your faith in what we're doing, in your belief in our approach, and really signals to us that gives us confidence to invest more and more and more into the platform, because we know that it's what you want and it's giving you results. So cool. I see Deanna's already in. Thank you so much for your support. Susan needs to spend some money. Tax refund time. I thought that was before the end of the year. Maybe you're just getting in early on tax refund time. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Cool. Well, thank you to everyone who's already in the annual or the 2-year plan. Really appreciate your support. Any other questions before did I see Sylvia raise her hand or no? No, I don't think so. I can't hear you, Sylvia.
Yes.
I'll wait for you to unmute.
Thank you. I wanted to know if this was the same plan that you had told us about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think I'm in, but I'll have to check.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it is a steal. It's actually, the prices are discounted based on a $99 a month plan that does not exist anymore. So you're getting grandfathered onto a cheaper plan than you can get even if you went to our website. So it's like a double bonus. Cool, but I'm pleased to offer it to you because I really appreciate your support, and we will not be offering anything this discounted ever again. You can believe me, because damn. Any other questions?
Hi,
Hi,
it's Harbans here. Hi.
Oh, hi.
I had a relapse. I'm catching up, but I'm so excited I'm in the right time. You seem to be offering quite a few things that I think are fantastic for, even though I feel like I'm way behind, I'm actually in a way ahead. So thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. I'm going to maximize whatever you're producing. So thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure you're on our Facebook group, Experienceify, because we do.
Yes, I am.
Oh, great. Yeah, we share a lot of hot tips and tricks and strategy. And I really love how supportive and knowledgeable our community is on that Facebook group. Let me just say that. It is just wonderful. I get my notifications and I go and questions from people, and I go in, I find that 13 people have already answered them with amazing feedback and suggestions. So I'm really loving that. This is awesome.
This is really good because I am an EPMer, but I had a relapse and I'm just starting out. So this is like, good timing for me. So thank you.
Cool. You're very welcome. Pleased to help.
Murray, it's Titania here.
Hey, hey.
Hey. Are we going to be able to have video in the comments? And by the way, everything you're doing is absolutely fabulous. It's very exciting.
Video in where?
In the comments, in the community area. Can they upload videos?
Let me have a look at what these buttons say. Oh, what does that button say? Can you see the button? I'm being a bit obtuse, I know, but there's video, there's image, there's Giphy, there's emojis, and there's
yes, I do see that. Brilliant. I love you, Murray.
I'm a married man, Titania. I'm flattered, but
I'm a married woman, don't worry. It's not that kind of a proposition.
very good. Okay, my lovelies, I think that this Declarations of Love is where I'm going to call this open office hours to a close. I think I can't really beat that. I think we've reached a high point. Thank you to everyone. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Mary. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
And see you on the group.
All right.
Appreciate you. Bye.
Thanks, Murray.
Much, Murray.
Bye.